Hello and welcome you in the course of Probability and Statistics. I am your instructor Hardik Joshi. Now, today in this particular lecture, we have to see the example of student T distribution corresponding to second application. So, let's see the example. The question tells that two types of battery are tested for their length of life. Now the life is given in hour. The following data is the summary descriptive statistics. Now there are two types of batteries, type A, type B. Say number of battery, so there are total 14 batteries of type A, 13 battery of type B. Now the average life in hour of this type A battery is 94. Now the average life of type B battery is 86 hours. Now the standard deviation of the type A battery is 16. So it may be possible the life of the type A battery is 94 plus or minus 16. Similarly, the life of the type B battery is 86 plus or minus its standard deviation, that is 86 plus or minus 20. Now our aim is we have to check that is there any significant difference between the average life of these two types of battery, type A and type B, at 5% level of significance. So let's start the solution. So in step number 1, we have to define the hypothesis. So there are two types of hypothesis, null hypothesis, alternative hypothesis. So first of all, we have to define the null hypothesis. That is whatever the question definition suggests, we have to assume is a null hypothesis. So corresponding to this question, we have to assume H naught is mu x is equal to mu y. It means that there is no significant difference in average life of two types of battery, type A and type B. Now, in the against of this null hypothesis, we have to define alternative hypothesis. Mu x not equal to mu y. Because the null hypothesis suggests that no significant difference in average life of two types of battery. It means that if any of the types battery, say average life of type A battery is higher than type B, yeah, average life of type A battery is less than type B. If anything is happen, then this null hypothesis is rejected. That's why we have to assume the alternative hypothesis, these are H1, mu x not equal to mu y. That is, there is significant difference in average life of two types of battery A and B. So it is a two-sided alternative hypothesis. I will repeat again, these are not H0, consider it as a H1, yeah, HA. Now step number 2. In step number 2, our aim is we have to gather the data. So the given sample information, the question itself suggests that the number of battery of type A, that is total number of observation in the first population, that is M, so is 14. Now N, the total number of battery of type B is 13. So we have to obtain the value of M and value of N is 14 and 13 respectively. Now X bar, that is average life of type A battery, now is given in hour. So is also defined in the question is 94. Similarly, the average life of type B battery is 86 hours. Now Sx, that is standard deviation of type A battery, is 16. Now again it is defined, that is given in the question. Similarly, the standard deviation of type B battery is given in the definition 20. Now step number 3. Before testing the hypothesis, definitely we have to identify the level of significance. Now in this question, it is given that the level of significance is 5%. Now sometimes suppose the level of significance is not given, so as per your convenience, either you have to go through the 5% or 1% level of significance. 5%, that is, it may be also say that 0.05, 1% level of significance, that is equivalent to 0.01. Step number 4, we have to find out the test statistic. So on the basis of the null hypothesis, we have to define the t statistics is equivalent to x bar minus y bar upon s into square root of 1 upon m plus 1 upon n. Here we have to consider this t statistics because our question is we have to check the average life of type A battery and type B battery are significantly same or not same. That is, we have to check average life of two population. That's why we have to select this t statistics corresponding to the second application. The sampling distribution of t under the null hypothesis with degree of freedom is m plus n minus 2. Now step number 5, we have to calculate the observed t value on the basis of the null hypothesis. So these are the t statistics formula which we have to already discuss. So we have to find out the unknown quantity. Now x bar, y bar, m, n is already we have to collect in the step number 2. So right now just unknown is the standard deviation. So next we have to calculate the standard deviation to obtain the value of this observed t value. So S is a standard deviation which is a combination of both the type battery type 1 and type 2. That's why is known as the pool standard deviation. That's why we have to write down in suffix p because it's pool standard deviation. So the formula of the combined standard deviation, pool standard deviation is square root of m minus 1 into standard deviation corresponding to the first population plus n minus 1 into standard deviation square corresponding to the second population, that is type 2 battery, upon degree of freedom, that is m plus n minus 2. So m, total number of type A battery 14 and total number of type 2 battery is 13. So 14 minus 1, n minus 1, so 13 minus 1. Now standard deviation corresponding to type A battery is given 16, standard deviation corresponding to type 2 battery is given 20. So 16 square, 20 square, upon m is 14, n is 13 minus 2. So by solving this, we have to get the standard deviation is equivalent square root of 325.12. So we have to, when we have to take this square root, we have to get the approximate value of the standard deviation is 18 point something. So finally we have to plug in the value of x bar, y bar, that is sample mean corresponding to type A battery, type B battery, standard deviation in this t statistics. So x bar is given in the question 94, y bar sample mean corresponding to type 2 battery, that is type B battery, is also given in the question 86. Standard deviation just we have to calculate 18.03 upon 1 by 14 plus 1 by 13. So by solving this, we have to get 8 upon 6.944. Again by solving this simple fraction, we have to get the observed t value is 1.50. So remember this observed t value 1.50. Next we have to compare this observed t value with the tabulated t value. So step number 6, we have to find out critical t value, that is tabulated t value, sometimes is also known as experimental t value. So suffix e stands for the experimental. So remember these are a two-sided alternative hypothesis. We have to define this thing is in the step number 1, that is in alternative hypothesis. Now we have to consider 5% level of significance, and the degree of freedom, that is m plus n minus 2, is equivalent to 25. So remember three things: two-sided alternative hypothesis, plug in the value of n, then you have to get the degree of freedom is 25, level of significance is 5, and is two-sided, that is 0.05 divided by 2, so we have to get 0.025. So we have to get the calculated tabulated t value is 2.060. So next I will show you how we can collect this tabulated t value from the t distribution table. Remember this tabulated value 2.060. So these are the T distribution table. Here we have to consider two-sided tail, 5% level of significance, degree of freedom is 25. So degree of freedom is 25, 5% level of significance, so corresponding T value is 2.060. So that's why this value 2.060 is known as tabulated experimental T value, and we have to taken this value to compare the observed T value. So finally in step number 7 we have to give our decision. If our T value, that is T statistics, satisfy this condition, that is observed T value is greater or equal to experimental T value, then we have to reject the null hypothesis. If it not satisfy this condition, is in against of this condition, then we do not reject the null hypothesis. So see here, our observed T value is 1.15 and experimental, that is tabulated T value is 2.060. So definitely the observed T value is less than tabulated T value. So in our case we have to obtain T naught less than T experimental, and the general procedure says that if the observed T value is greater or equal to experimental T value, on that case we have to reject the null hypothesis. But in our case is totally opposite. These are less than. It means that we do not gather the sufficient evidence to reject the null hypothesis. So finally we have to say that our null hypothesis do not reject. And the null hypothesis do not reject, it means that the null hypothesis is accepted. That is, whatever we have to define in null hypothesis is true. So we conclude that hence there is no significant difference between the average life of two types of battery. So these are nothing but is the same thing whatever we have to define in the null hypothesis, because ultimately null hypothesis is accepted. So thank you so much for paying your attention.